ear as she spoke. "When your blood comes, Ifia, you must hide it. You must tell me and no one else," she said. "Do you understand?" She handed Ifia palm fronds that she had turned into soft rolled sheets. "Place these inside of you, and check them every day. When they turn red, you must tell me." Ifia looked at the palm fronds held in Baba's outstretched hands. She didn't take them at first, but when she looked up again, there was something like desperation in her mother's eyes. And because the look had softened Baba's face somehow, and because Ifia also knew desperation, that fruit of longing, she did as she was told.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Derica and you are watching Shelf Love with D. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a bit early for me, so I don't think that I've spoken to you guys yet. Just trying to get my wheels going. I have a sick little one who I had to pick up early from school. Hi, Mommy. I had to pick up early from school yesterday. Eden had her well child checkup yesterday. Hot. Eden had her doctor appointment yesterday. She had to get blood drawn. It's been a busy couple of days. So I'm just waking up, trying to give myself time to ease into the day, straighten up, so I can relax, get some things done for myself without feeling guilty. So this vlog is going to be a day in the life, a week in the life, something along those lines. I haven't really decided how long I'll be kind of vlogging, but I think for the most part, most definitely will be a day in the life. My days are pretty simple. I'm a stay-at-home mom and wife, so this is my job. I have a couple of things that I need to get done today before I can actually dive into this book, which is by Alice Feeny, and it is called Beautiful Ugly. I will be starting this book in this vlog from page 1 today, so I'm curious to see how much reading I can actually get done. In the meantime, as I'm getting things done around the house and taking care of myself, I'll see I'm gonna get some lashes on. I'm gonna do my nails. I'll be listening to an audiobook. I just finished The Minion. Y'all, that book is so good. I will be doing a review on that, but highly recommend. I got that book done in less than 24 hours. It's so good. We'll definitely be purchasing that book to be on my shelf. So as I was saying, I have a few things that I need to get done before I can just chillax and do my thing. Straightened up. Sorry about drinking my nasty apple cider vinegar water. Oh, it's so gross, but it definitely works. So starting that back. I'm also getting ready to start back working out. I don't think I'll be vlogging that. And my working out is me walking on my walking pad. I hate working out. I'm gonna just be honest. I hate it. But what I love to do is walk. And I've lost, every time that I've lost weight, and I'm talking large amounts, like 30, 45, 50 pounds, it's been through walking, whether outside, we're going to walk away the pounds, which is a video on YouTube that I follow, or my walking pad. It's so convenient. I don't have to be worried about looking over my shoulder. I'm real nervous about being outside as a woman, walking the neighborhood and things like that. And although we live in a nice area, that's just me. I'm just an overly cautious person that way. So unless I'm walking with someone, I'd just rather be walking in the house where for the most part, I know I'm good. So drink my water, got my tea going, or my coffee. And if y'all were wondering, I put my coffee, this one is actually called Mr. Coffee. It's a coffee warmer, but I have used just regular candle warmers in the past. They are one and the same. Keeps my coffee hot. I am one of those people, I have to drink my coffee almost scalding hot. After I make it, I pour the creamer in there and then heat it up for about a minute and some change in the microwave and put it on my Mr. Coffee warmer to keep it hot. I don't like warm coffee. It's either like cold, ice cold, or hot. So I put it on my little coffee warmer over there to keep it as hot as I like it. So anyways, one of the other things I have to do is do a grocery pickup so we can get dinner, get some food in here. So once I do that, after I do the grocery pickup, I'll be able to do my nails. I'm going to start this audiobook. Well, pick back up on this audiobook that I had paused. I'll put it on the screen because I can't remember the name. But after I finish Children of Blood and Bone, I just kind of was in the mood for some more fantasy. And this book is giving fantasy. It's by Amy Harmon. I cannot remember the title, but so far so good. It's keeping me intrigued. And I am enjoying this journey on figuring out what type of fantasy I like. If you like fantasy, please drop me some like must read recommendations in the comments. I would like some black fantasy as well, but if it is not, just if it's a must read, if it's something that someone who is new to fantasy can easily follow, please drop it in the comments for me because I'm enjoying this genre right now. Anyways, welcome to today's vlog. Thanks for hanging out with me. We're getting ready to get these last couple of tasks done so that we can jump into this new book and we can see how much reading I can actually get done today.
Son. The boy's name was Fifi, and he was so fat that sometimes when Baba wasn't looking, Effia would roll him along the ground like a ball. The first day that Baba let Effia hold him, she accidentally dropped him. The baby bounced on his buttocks, landed on his stomach, and looked up at everyone in the room, confused as to whether or not he should cry. He decided against it, but Baba, who had been stirring Banku, lifted her stirring stick and beat Effia across her bare back. Each time the stick lifted off the girl's body, it would leave behind hot, sticky pieces of Banku that burned into her flesh. By the time Baba had finished, Effia was covered with sores, screaming and crying. From the floor, rolling this way and that on his belly, Fifi looked at Effia with his saucer eyes, but made no noise. Kobi came home to find his other wives attending to Effia's wounds and understood immediately what had happened.
I have all my mommy wifey to do tasks done for the day. I am tired. I hope that I am not coming down with whatever these kids have brought home from school, but I think I'm gonna curl up in my bed and start reading this book by Alice Feeny. Hold on, mommy. As I told y'all, it is Alice Feeny called Beautiful Ugly. I will be starting this book today with you guys. Here's my bookmark. Not antisocial, just prefer books in these days. That's so true because people are weird. Okay, that's not nice. But anyways, back to books. I'm starting this book today in this vlog, and the first chapter starts on page 7. So let's see how much reading I can get done today with you guys. So hey y'all, the time is now 1:05, and I have not gotten any reading done today outside of audio. I know that I was supposed to be starting this book in the vlog, and I have every intention on starting it today. I just don't know how successful today's reading is going to be. I am finally done with everything that I need to get done. I know I said that earlier, but you know how it is as a mom, but especially a stay-at-home mom and wife. It's always something that needs to be done, and you just have to kind of tell yourself, okay, this is my stopping point. I'm going to do something for me, or do something that I had planned for myself. I will say I'm happy today I got things done, not only for the house, but I did get some things get done for myself. I said I put my lashes on and did my nails. So, and I'm getting ready to do some reading. Like I said, I still plan to read today. I just don't know if it will be as much as I had hoped when I initially started this vlog. So yeah, I am getting ready to sit down and read, get my socks on, and let's get into it. All right, y'all. So I'm finally sitting down, getting ready to start this book. Alice Feeny, Beautiful Ugly. Thank you, Edie. Let's see. It says, for y'all, I'm going to read it. Grady Green is having the worst, best day of his life. I think that's what that says. And I say that because there's a sticker covering it. That's the only thing about these library books. But it says Grady Green is having the worst, best day of his life. He calls his wife as she drives home to share some exciting news. He hears Abby slam on the brakes, gets out of the car, then nothing. When he eventually finds her car, the headlights are on, the driver door is open, her phone is there, but his wife has disappeared. A year later, Grady is still overcome with grief and desperate to know what happened. He travels to a tiny Scottish island to try to get his life back on track. Then he sees the impossible, a woman who looks exactly like his missing wife. Wives think their husbands will change, but they don't. Husbands think their wives won't change, but they do. So y'all, this is about to be a good one. We're about to crack this one open. Edie, sit down. I'm about to crack this one open and finally get started. We're starting at 1:14. Let's see how much reading we can get done today. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. I can tell already. I'm going to pre-rate it and say 4.5 to 5 stars. The writing style already is just on point. I love the flow, the dialogue, the inner dialogue is very realistic to life. I love when it feels real. And I'm only a few pages in, but I can tell. I hope it doesn't disappoint because so far, so good. Who is this author? Alice Feeny. If you've read anything by her, anything else by her, or this book, share your thoughts with me in the comments. Am I going to love this book, or is the middle end going to make me hate it? If you've read anything else by her that you think I should pick up, please let me know because I already know I'm going to like this author. All right. Fast pace. It jumps in very quickly. I'm curious as to whether it starts off really fast to reel you in and then it's going to kind of go flat to now give you all those details. But we shall see. So far, so good. It's like watching a movie. It is like watching a movie. This is something I would watch. This is so good already. Little thriller, you know what I'm saying? Got me like, where are you, girl? There's a part in here where he says, I think doing the right thing isn't always the right thing to do. What are your thoughts on that? Do you agree? Is the right thing always the right thing? Or do you think there's a time or situations possibly where the right thing could be the wrong thing? Can the right thing be wrong? Anyways, back to the story.
Hey y'all, what's up? Good morning. We are up early. I'm heading back to the house. Just took my son to school. He was feeling much better yesterday evening and wanted to go back today. So thankfully he only had to stay home one day. I did not get much reading done yesterday, or I would say I didn't get as much done as I would have liked to. I think I said I was starting officially sitting down to read at 1:05, and by 1:45 sleep was hitting me. Like, all of a sudden my body just felt very heavy and achy, and me and baby girl just fell asleep in my little reading room. So I didn't get much done. One thing about this book, it doesn't number the chapters. So, I don't like that. It does title the chapters, but it doesn't number them. Like, what is this new thing? Can we not just do both? So I'm not exactly sure what chapter I'm on. I did get some reading done before bed. So once I get back to the house, I'll sit down and be able to look into tell you guys what chapter I got to yesterday, to let you know where I'm starting from today and see how much reading we can get done today. I would like to get a good amount of reading done before I finish this vlog. But the way that my life has been set up, it never goes according to plan. However, we're just going to keep pushing through and see how much reading I can get done. I do think I probably will end this vlog today and just update you guys on that book in another vlog. But thanks for hanging out with me. I'm getting ready to turn my audiobook on. I think I'm juggling 2 or 3 right now. One of them being homegoing, I believe. So I'm getting ready to start that one now.
Man live in the Cape Coast castle. There they trade goods with our people. Like iron and millet? Her father put his hand on her shoulder and kissed the top of her forehead. But when he pulled away, the look in his eyes was troubled and distant. Yes, we get iron and millet, but we must give them things in return. That man came from Cape Coast to marry Ajwa, and there will be more like him who will come and take our daughters away. But you, my own, I have bigger plans for you than to live as a white man's wife. You will marry a man of our village. Baba turned around just then, and a fear caught her eyes. Baba scowled.
All right, good morning. I'm back. I'm going to try to make this quick because baby girl as of now is still laying down. So I hope I can get some reading done, get this little segment recorded before she wakes up. I don't know how likely that is because I hear her kind of stirring around. But anyways, I am reading Beautiful Ugly. As I said yesterday, I was starting from the very beginning, which started on page 7, and that chapter was called Happily Married. And by the time I went to bed, I had got to page 48, which starts a new chapter called Awfully Good. As I stated when I was in the car, this book does not number the chapters. So let me see what chapter I'm on. 1, 2, 3. So I think I am on chapter 3. So yes, started at page 7, ended the evening at page 48, which I believe is the beginning of chapter 3. This book is good, very well paced. It is not a slow book at all. Definitely keeps you interested, keeps you wanting to turn pages because it is very thrilling. I'm just trying to double check. You know that feeling where you like thought you knocked out some chapters, but you realize, you really didn't. All right, yeah, so I am on chapter 3. I will be starting that today. As I stated, so far so good. Love the writer's writing style. It feels very real, very authentic, flows very well. My pet peeves so far are that the chapters are a bit on the longer side. I'm noticing when the books are smaller like this, when they're not thick books, it seems like the chapters tend to be longer, but not too bad. I think it's averaged about 12 to 13 pages a chapter, so not very bad. But it does, I like to feel like I'm knocking out chapters. So as I stated before, I'd rather have a book that's about 400 pages, if that means shorter chapters, because it still makes me feel like I'm breezing through. But nonetheless, I'm enjoying my time with this read. Um, I don't like that they don't number the chapters. I'll have to try to keep up with that. Maybe put a little post-it in there and keep tallies. But I'm getting ready to start this next chapter, chapter 3. It's called Awfully Good. And let's see how much reading we can actually get done today. I'm starting very early for reading day. It is 8:39. I'm starting page 48. Let's see how much we can get done.
So I just remembered that I borrowed the audio version of Beautiful Ugly from Libby. So I was going to use this drive to listen to some more of Homegoing, but I have decided to try to knock this book out. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the audio version of what is the book of Beautiful Ugly. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the audio version of Beautiful Ugly to try to help me get through this book and accomplish my goal of finishing it within the next day or two. So now we're about to put that on.
Someone confident and well respected, but at home, I'm just the wife. It's like I'm playing a role I didn't audition for, but nobody tells you that the script of your life sometimes changes when you say I do. I feel like I lost part of myself when I got married, as though once he had me, he didn't want me anymore.
How's it going? Good evening. I am winding down. I picked my son up from school, came home, did the mom thing, and so I've just been able to sit down and pick the camera back up while my husband took the kids to practice. So want to check in with y'all on Alice Feeny, Beautiful Ugly. Y'all, this book is so good. It is so suspenseful. It, like I said before, it's like watching a movie, keeps you hooked. Like, it's a slow burn, but in a good way. Something's happening each chapter, so it's not boring. It keeps you interested because there's other things happening. Even though you're ready to see what's going on, what's the reason for this or that, other things are happening that keeps you engaged in the book. So I am enjoying this book. I did, as you guys saw, I hopped onto the audio version in the car to try to help me finish the book because we are busy. And so as much as I would love to the goal for this was to read it completely physical, but just the way my life is set up, I just got to do what I got to do. So I thought that doing audio with the book in tandem would help me to finish it faster. And like I said, I would like to have this done by tomorrow, which I believe that I can. I just got to read every time I get a little break to do so. So anywho, I have gotten to chapter 16, which is titled Busy Doing Nothing. That is page 161. So doing pretty well. I think I had hoped to get to what chapter was it? The goal, I think, was to try to get halfway through today. I could probably still do that, possibly tonight, but if not, I do think that I can knock this book out tomorrow. If you have not read this book, I definitely recommend already. Like I said, I pre-rated it 5 stars, and I'm still holding to that just because it is keeping me interested. It's keeping me on the edge of my seat, and it's well written in a way of giving you just enough to stay engaged, to stay interested, to stay interested in how it ends. So not a very long book. It is the large print, so that probably makes it seem even longer than like the actual book. But so far, so good. Enjoying it, and I will give a full review on this once I'm done. Before I sign off for the night, I had some book mail that's been kind of building up. So I was saving it to open it up on camera and for a time that I could sit down and do this. So I've tried to make this go a bit fast by pre-opening some of the boxes or getting the tape off of them. This is called We Rip the World Apart. Have never heard of this book, but I am interested in reading it. The cover is beautiful. It is by Charlene Carr, a new to me author. I've never heard of this author, but based off the title, this would have been a book that I picked for myself. This was a gift from, I am assuming, one of my subscribers. So it was another pleasant surprise. Like I said, y'all just show me love, and I am so grateful. This is from an Instagram friend, and her name is Cruel Soul _ from Chadavia. IG Cruel Soul _ maybe that's what it is, from Shadavia. It says, this wasn't on your list, but a $6 hardcover. Why not? I hope you enjoy. So thank you so much. I'm going to be sure to look her up and thank her. I'm like, I love stuff like this. Like, even if it's a book that's not on my wish list and you think I would enjoy it, or you just want to bless me with it or bless me with anything bookish, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I just can't wait to get to a place to where I can do that randomly for all of my book friends. Because, I'm definitely a giver. And like I said, that I just love being a part of this book community. Because we're just a different breed over here. But this book says, when 24-year-old Karila discovers she's pregnant with a child she isn't sure she wants, her struggle to understand her place in the world as a woman who is half Black, half white, yet feels neither is amplified. Her mother, Evelyn, fled to Canada with her husband and her firstborn child during the political charged Jamaica exodus, only to realize they come to a place where Black men are viewed with suspicion, a constant and pernicious reality. Evelyn watches her husband and son navigate daily. So that's all I'm going to read on that. Sounds like it's going to be a good one. And thank you again so much to my IG friend. I got to go show her some love. Like, this just really touched me. There is just no community like the book community. Thank you so much for thinking of me and helping me to build my book collection. Next up, we have... this is my Goodreads win, and it is called The Odds of You. Don't know what this is about, but I thought the cover was very pretty. It says, Sage Collins knows a thing or two about odds. A year ago, she was a data analyst until she burned it all down to pursue her dream of becoming an author. One whirlwind bestseller and a struggling second book later, and Saga isn't sure she'll ever write again. and Sage isn't sure she'll ever write again. But then an accidental encounter with an irritating passenger on a flight leaves Sage in an unprecedented position. That passenger is Theo Sharp, an actor on the verge of his big break, and unfortunately, the paparazzi has mistaken her for his girlfriend. So this sounds so fun. It sounds like a good time. Again, I won this on Goodreads. I don't know if y'all be entering them giveaways, but you can win on there. Like, I've won a good few times. So if you don't enter them now, and see what you can win. Get you some free books. That, and then this one. Okay, The Black of the Fairy by Wallace Thurman. Now, this was one on my book wish list. I cannot wait to read that. And as you can see, it is a quick read. I want to say Lex Reads recommended that one. I can't remember. I follow so many booktubers, but it just sounds like something that I would love to read. This is another gift by one of my book friends. It's by Creole Soul again. It says, from one girl trying to build her adult library to another. Thank you so much. You are so sweet. And I'm not even sure if we've had like any interactions like one-on-one. You know, I'm sure she likes things that I post, and I'm sure I've probably liked things that she posted, but like I said, there's just no community like the book community. I'm so grateful for her thinking of me. It says The Black of the Berry, a novel of Negro life by Wallace Thurman, is a groundbreaking Harlem Renaissance classic that boldly confronts the complexities of colorism, identity, and racial self-worth in the 1920s in America. At the heart of the novel is Emma Lou Morgan, a dark-skinned young woman determined to carve out a place for herself in society and community that privileges of light skin and European beauty standards. From her upbringing in Boise, Idaho, to her disillusioned search for belonging in Los Angeles and Harlem, Emma Lou's journey is one of painful revelations and inner turmoil as she faces rejection not only from white society, but also from within her own race. Thurman's incisive prose exposes the deep psychological scars of racism and interracial prejudice. So that's all I'm going to read. Again, thank you so much for thinking of me. I love all of my book friends. Y'all show me love and support. And it always comes at a time when, I'm least expecting it. So thank you guys so much. And I don't think this is a book. It's not. I'm waiting on another book from a giveaway that I read, and it's coming from Goodreads. Sometimes they can take a long time. So this is actually a birthday gift outfit that my mom bought for Miss Eden. She turned 2 on November 6th. She got her this and a few other outfits. She's tried this one on, and it was too snug on her, so my mom exchanged it in order to size up. But anywho, thank you, Mom, and thank you for thinking of Edie. Thank you to all my book community and friends that were hanging with me. Thank you if you've made it this far in my days in the life of reading. Like I said, my life is very simple, and I just appreciate you guys for tagging along with me. I'm getting ready to call it a night, dive back into this book, maybe do some immersive reading with audio and the physical, and then I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.
Hey y'all, what's up? It is Sunday, November the 16th, and I am not feeling well, so I don't plan to be on here long before you. As y'all know, I have been reading Beautiful Ugly in this vlog, and I had planned, or had hoped, I shall say, I had hoped to have this book finished like 2 or 3 days ago. But like I said, I have not been feeling well. I've been in the bed, laying around, resting, trying to help my body fight this, taking medicine and vitamins and things and such. So yesterday, I don't even know if I got any reading done. If I did, it was probably a bit by audio. I'm very grateful for having checked that out on audio because, or checked it out on Libby, because it helped me to accomplish a good amount of reading in this book. It's not a long one, but just due to me not feeling well, like even now I can't breathe through my nose, so I'm doing a lot of mouth breathing. So I have to apologize for that. All those disclaimers aside, Y'all, this was a good book. My pre-rating prediction was accurate. I give this 5 stars, 6 stars. The twist in this book at the last, I think it was 11%, was top tier. I did not see it coming. One thing I loved about this, as I stated before, that it felt like a movie. One thing that I loved, and that I love when I'm watching my movies, especially suspenseful movies or thrillers, is to not be able to predict or foresee what's coming. And I have to say, 100%, I was surprised. I did not see it coming. I couldn't predict. Even what I thought was going to happen didn't happen. When I thought I could see where it was going, it switched, directions on me. Very well written. This was my first book by Alice Feeny, and I cannot wait to read more by her. I've seen where a lot of people were saying this is probably her best book yet. I really enjoyed this. That plot twist was everything. I would most definitely reread this again. Recommend to everyone. I would probably recommend this to anyone just getting into reading or trying to start back reading, but needs something to hold their interest. Pretty fast paced, but not too fast where it's hard to keep up. Not a lot of characters, so it's not hard to keep up with, what's going on or who is who. Very easy read and enjoyable, whether you have been reading for 10, 15 years or you just started yesterday. Would recommend. There are a few quotes that kind of stuck with me in this book, or I'll say that stood out to me in this book. One of them was just a simple one that says, "Many hands make light work." And I like that. That made me pause for a second and was like, yes, of course, as simple as it sounds, many hands make light work. So the more that we can work together, pull together, the faster things get done, the easier that it makes any task that we're doing if we pull together and join in. The other one was, it's the not giving up. It's the not giving up that separates winners from the losers. So that can be applied to many things in life, many areas of life, whether it's your career, your family, your relationships, your job, learning something new, whatever. It's the fact that you didn't give up that separates winners from losers. So as long as you are continuing to try, put one foot in front of the other, believing in yourself, you will eventually win or succeed in the way that looks like a win or a success to you. There was another part that stood out to me. It was kind of long, so I just bookmarked it, but it says, where does it says, some people think that something being a different shade makes it imperfect. They even use the term different as though it were an ugly word. I choose to see the world differently. I think there is much beauty to be found in imperfection. So I love that. There's a second part to that, hold on. Okay. Then I jumped over. If I had a book, I would have highlighted this other part, but it says, the world is full of people behaving like clones, all trying to look, sound, and be the same, too busy constantly comparing themselves to each other on tiny screens to see the bigger picture. Love that because, again, we live in a world of social media. I've said that before. Our phones are a distraction. So it's very easily to compare yourself, your life, your channel, your career, your husband, your wife to someone else's. And even begin, before you know it, to try to copy them or become who they are instead of embracing who we are and giving the world us. It's a lot of carbon copies. And so that has been something that has been my focus on my year 36 of life, is just embracing who I am, how I think, how I talk, how I dress, my personality, all those things, big and small, about myself, embracing those things and walking in my truth and knowing that who I am will attract those people that are meant to be a part of my life, job opportunities or collaboration opportunities, even my YouTube channel. There's so many Bookstagram people out here, but there's only one Derica. There's only one Shelf Love with D. Not no shade to anyone else, because there are a lot of great booktubers. I follow a lot of them. There's only one me. So whoever is looking for my type of vibe, my type of personality, the books that I read, they will eventually find me if I stay true to myself. So that is something that I want you guys to walk away with today, no matter what you do in your life, whatever your career is, whether you're a working woman, a stay-at-home mom, just embrace you, who you are, the way that God designed you, and your people, your crowd, your village will find you. I think there was one other part that stood out. I have to find it. Let's see. Oh, this was just something I would have highlighted that stood out to me as I was reading, but it says, "No man is an island, but a woman can be if she needs to be. No man is an island, but a woman can be if she needs to be." And I think that is enough said. God just made us women very unique. We are complex, amazing individuals or creations. There's just so many great things about the woman in general. So it's just kind of one of those things where it's a reminder of how powerful we are as women. And no shade to men, but we can take things mentally, physically, emotionally, illnesses, physical pain. We can tolerate those a lot better than men and still do what we have to do. But anyways, back to the book. Now, this was so good. As I said before, highly recommend, would read again. I want that on my shelf ASAP. I would probably read it again, within the next month or so, just because it was so good. I really enjoyed my time reading. I really enjoyed my time reading that story and listening to it unfold. And that for me is what I'm looking for, what I look for in my 5-star reads. I want to enjoy turning every page. I want to look forward to what comes next and how it ends. I want to feel like, oh, this is so good. I just need somebody to talk to. When I got to that 91% of the book and the twist came, I wish that I had a book buddy next to me that I could be like, oh my gosh, girl, like this would have been such a fun buddy read. But I just told my husband, like, babe, this is so good, because it really was. I did not see it coming. She did a good job. So overall, it took me, I would say, about a week to read this book. I listened to it through Libby on audio, as well as read the physical, and then I did some immersive reading as well. I would definitely recommend. The pacing was amazing. The way everything slowly unfolds. It's just done so well. The story is about an author who he is on his or he is waiting to hear back from his publisher to hear how, if his book is on the best-selling author list or not. He's waiting for his wife to get home so that they can, await the call together. And on her way home, she calls him because she's running a little late. And as she's on her way home, they're talking, something happens that causes her to stop her car and get out. And then he never hears from her again. So, initially it's like, she, everyone's wondering where she went. She just disappeared. No one's heard or seen from her since then. So everything unfolds with that. His publisher ends up stepping in to try to help. She steps in to try to get him to. His publisher ends up stepping in to see how she can get him to write again, because since his wife has disappeared, it's been so hard for him to write. So she tells him about this cabin that, a lot of her other clients go to she tells him about this cabin that one of her other clients goes to write, where it's just very peaceful and secluded. And then things just go, I don't want to say downhill, uphill from there. But so very, very good. I cannot wait to have this on my shelf. Really enjoyed this book. If you have read it, please let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What did you think of that twist? Do you think that you will be picking this up to read it? Is it on your TBR? If it's not, y'all put it on there. This is so good. And I did point out that the last 11% was really good. But all throughout the book, like from the start of the book, it was very well paced. It immediately pulls you in. You're immersed into this world that she describes very well, and it's not overly descriptive where you're like skipping over words and like, girl, we get it. But she describes, the water, the sea, the town that they're in, the woods, and just enough to give you detail where you can picture it, but not overly detailed where you're like, oh, okay, we get it. She's a good author. She's a good author. I'm a new fan of her. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I know it's a bit of a long one. I did not intend for it to be this long. But that's just how life worked out. If you've made it to this far of the video, leave this emoji to let me know you rocked with me all the way. I appreciate you joining me today and hope to see you come back. Share this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, don't forget to show yourself some love today.